People always say that Ryan inherited his father's business sense and, more important, his grandmother's heart.
Since he was about 3, he's been saying, one of these days I'm going to be president of Mary Kay Cosmetics. I think that would be a very great idea.
My son Ryan, third generation Mary Kay culture, took a page from his grandmother's book of life.
I know that you're going to carry on this tradition, even when I'm not here anymore. I know it's going to happen.
And I could tell she took great comfort knowing that the 2 people she always wanted to work for her dream company were right where she wanted them to be.
And I guess that's what this is all about, isn't it? To have the love of the people that you love the most.
All of us in the Mary Kay family share a legacy that we can be proud of.
I ask you to do the same. Just pass it on. It's the Mary Kay way.
And now, please welcome Chief Executive Officer and Mary Kay's grandson, Ryan Rogers.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I want you to know that I am so deeply humbled to be taking on the role of Chief Executive Officer of Mary Kay, Inc. It truly honors me to have the opportunity to follow in the footsteps of the 3 greatest leaders this company has ever had. First on that list, of course, the incomparable my grandmother, Mary Kay Ash. Next, of course, my father and her co-founder, Richard Rogers. And finally, but certainly not least, David Hull. And I want you to know I wish David nothing but the very best as he transitions into a role that will allow him to spend more time with his daughters and his recently arrived granddaughter. David's legacy of growing this company to new heights that were never imaginable in both the U.S. and internationally will always leave an enduring impact on this great company. But don't you worry, David isn't going too far, as he has agreed to stay on the board of directors and serve as our chairman. And although David is not in attendance today, let's give him one final standing ovation to show our appreciation for his outstanding leadership. So, I was taking my daughter to school the other day, and Everly asked me, "Dad, how old was Mary Kay when she started the company?" So I kind of did the math in my head and determined the answer. And of course, you can all Google it, but I'm going to stick with her guidance on this because she used to say, a woman that will tell her age will tell you anything. But in answering my daughter, that's when it hit me. I'm about the same age Mary Kay was when she started her dream company for women. So I got to the office where I had like Excel, and I dug a little deeper and I determined this. Would you believe that when I officially became the CEO of her company, I was exactly 29 days older than she was when she founded the company back in 1963. And she served as CEO for 33 years, so I might be able to have a good little run here. Anyway, all of those shoes are impossible to fill, but I will promise you this. I will give it my very best, and things will be done the Mary Kay way. So I mentioned it at seminar last year, and it was actually in the video, how much it must have warmed her heart to know back in 2001, before she passed away, that both of the people she so dearly wanted to be working at her company were home again, so to speak, that being my father and myself. And I had no idea at the time, and at the time I mean at seminar, that this was how it was going to play out. But I knew in my heart that grandmother Mary Kay has a smile on her face in heaven. She always somehow knew that this was a part of my destiny, and she knew all of us would be up to the task. As long as we stay true to her time-tested values, and all of us enthusiastically try our hardest, we are destined for success. Because from the beginning, Mary Kay Ash truly believed that her company was blessed by a higher power, because our mission has a higher purpose: to enrich women's lives, and that mission will never change. So since 1985, this company has been a family-owned business, and now once again, it is a family-managed one. And I want to thank my family for supporting me in this expanded role. And not just my wife, Malia, and my daughter, Everly, but all of my siblings and cousins who are also stakeholders in the family business. And I want you to know how deeply Mary Kay's family cares about the legacy of Mary Kay Ash and the mission of this company to enrich lives all over the world. Well, when the announcement was made in November, David told me things will be different. And on the day it was in the newspapers and on social media, I was at a luncheon that I had previously committed to attend. And when it was over, people I didn't even know came up to me and introduced themselves and offered their congratulations and good luck. And when I returned to the Mary Kay building that afternoon, I will never forget my first elevator ride. One of our employees asked me, "So are you the kind of guy we can talk to in the elevator, or is that weird?" First elevator ride. Well, of course, I laughed and told her that she was always welcome to come talk with me if she ever needed to talk with me. But you all are leaders too, so you know what to expect, especially our national sales directors who have worked their way to the very top. They know it's different when you get there. It's different when you have that level of responsibility to lead, to be an example for others to follow. Well, I'm sure all of our nationals have been approached by people they don't know for words of advice, words of encouragement, words of inspiration. But I recently watched a Mary Kay speech where she imparted some wisdom about the difference between words and actions. She made the point that what you hear is nowhere near as important as what you see. That telling someone how to do something is not nearly as effective as showing them the way. You see, Mary Kay believed there was only one way to lead: by example. And that is what she expected of every single one of you, especially those of you at the top. Well, Tracy Giese, our director of Salesforce Education, was giving a presentation just a few months ago, and she mentioned how Mary Kay taught her sales directors to put their new unit members in their hip pockets so they could show them by example how to conduct a Mary Kay business. Well, these last few years have made doing that a lot more challenging, to say the least. But you get the point. If you aren't getting the results you want from your business and your team, ask yourself this: are you showing them how to do things, or just asking them? Well, Mary Kay herself believed there was only one style of leadership that was truly effective: showing your team the way. Now, I must say, I have to absolutely congratulate all of you for your leadership and the success we had late last year, because you all definitely showed us something in the fourth quarter of last year. Rocktober exceeded our highest expectation as you showed us your incredible team building skills. Govember was also a big hit as you showed us what you could do with our products for holiday selling. And then the big one that Nathan talked about, December, when you all rocked our world and showed us a single day company record for orders and sales. Well, of course, with such a strong finish to the year as that, we greatly exceeded our number of qualifiers for the Leadership Conference 2023 Sales Volume Growth Challenge. And on Saturday, I took pictures with just about 500 sales directors that grew their unit sales volume over 33% in the last 3 months of last year. And in the next conference, I'll take a picture with another 500 qualifiers. Now that is showing us some real growth. And it gives you and us a ton of momentum heading into our 60th anniversary year. That's why I am so confident that you will achieve our 60th anniversary Share the Mary Kay Dream Global Challenge. Now, as you know, it's our first ever global challenge. And the goal, once again, is to share the Mary Kay opportunity with 600,000 new independent beauty consultants globally by June 30th. You know, one of the things that has always impressed me so much when I've traveled the Mary Kay world is how our Mary Kay culture is the same everywhere you go. The cultures and traditions of the country I may be in could be very different from where I live. But once you get inside the pink bubble, we may speak different languages, we might dress a little bit differently, but our Mary Kay values are exactly the same. What a testimony. What a testimony to the foundation on which Mary Kay Ash built this company. Her core values, anchored first and foremost in the Golden Rule, are values that have endured for generations and transcend across civilization. So it's only natural that we come together to celebrate our 60th anniversary by giving everyone in the Mary Kay world a chance to show us what they can do. So once again, I am so excited to be taking on this new role and leading my grandmother's dream company. I'm very excited about the momentum we have heading into 2023 and beyond. I'm very excited about the 60th anniversary and all the great plans we have in place to make this a year we can really be proud of. But let's just start by achieving the Share the Dream Challenge. I know you can do it. Thank you, and let's continue to have a wonderful leadership conference. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it again for Ryan Rogers.